Hey, what is up, people? Skywalker Hendrix here, back with another video for you guys today. And today we're going to be talking about a really cool announcement by Hot Toys. Now, obviously, Hot Toys has really just been honing in and cooking with what they've been releasing to collectors, in specifically the Star Wars line, in the past 2 years probably. I'd say this really started to kick off, like 2 years ago. And they just really have been nailing a lot of these fan favorite niche type characters, to Star Wars fans, especially fans of the Clone Wars series. I think a lot of us wouldn't call some of these characters niche per se. They're fan favorite to us and to us diehard Star Wars fans, but to the broader, customer base that is just, your average Star Wars fan, maybe not watching all of the animated projects or every project that releases. I think they could be considered, niche or one-off characters, whatever you want to call it. But, I'm talking about characters like Savage Opress, like Fives, Echo, just a lot of different things. I mean, I'd say it even started like back when they released like the first Bark Speeder and like Commander Oppo and the Heavy Trooper, figures like that your average collector or Star Wars fan might not even know existed. Specifically, I think Savage was a real turning point where it's like, okay, we are actually getting some of these like deeper, deep dive characters in the Star Wars line and Star Wars universe, and that is just absolutely fantastic in my opinion. And many fans of the Clone Wars series, obviously, it's in the name. Clones are just a huge part of, the Clone Wars and Star Wars, that prequel era, and they've really just been utilizing the fact that, clones share a lot of the same parts, and it's really just repaints at the end of the day. So I think they're really just utilizing those aspects of the character to just keep pumping out, characters, and it's not lazy reuse, because it is reuse. I mean, clones share the same armor, so, with slight variations here and there. But obviously, I am talking about the Hound and Grizzer figure set that Hot Toys announced late last night. Just cannot believe that we are getting these figures. I think, I've seen the trend going that Hot Toys is willing to deep dive into some of these, beloved one-off characters or, niche type characters. And once we got that ATRT and the ATRT helmet, I think a lot of it was, foreseen that we would get repaints of that. And I think this was just an easy one. The figure is pretty much 100% reuse, which is fine. It's supposed to be. And it looks absolutely fantastic. I will be throwing up pictures here. But I think the real standout of this set, obviously Hound has a really cool paint scheme on his armor, but a very cool just world building type, I don't even know what to call it. It's just this world building aspect of creatures and, kind of vehicles type. It's not, Hot Toys is obviously a larger scale. They are, foot tall figures. So I think it doesn't lend itself as much to like vehicles or creatures, even though Hot Toys definitely still does those things. They just can't do like actual vehicles. They'll do speeders, they'll do, like the Dewback, the Bark Speeder, the ATRT, Maul and his speeder, and then the Stap Speeder, like little stuff like that. which also I would love like a Tauntaun or even a Wampa, some more OT type creature and character. Obviously we did get the Dewback, which is a fantastic piece, massive, but it is fantastic. And obviously Grizzer in this set is an iconic creature at this point, in my opinion. Really, especially after the Mandalorian series, we kind of got to see more, and the Book of Boba Fett, we got to see a lot more of the Tusken dog type. I forget what they're actually called, but they're like a weird lizard dog type creature, and just absolutely fantastic. And obviously this set is specific to the arc in the Clone Wars where Ahsoka is fleeing the Jedi Order, and she is, under investigation for blowing up the temple, even though it was not her, but she was falsely accused, and she is running from the clones. And this was just, for one, it was just such an iconic scene, and I think it'll be so cool to pair with the Ahsoka flashback Ahsoka and some Coruscant guards, and just absolutely fantastic. I think they really cooked with the pictures here, adding in that specific scene with the Coruscant guards. But yeah, just having, I've always said this in reviews, when like I can have a figure that looks like it's like actively doing something, and having, Hound like holding back Grizzer is just going to be super cool on the shelf. And it's just that like extra world building aspect to it that I love so much. I just love when figures look like they're interacting with something, or they are actively doing something, not just standing there. I don't mind when they're just standing there on the shelf, but I just love when they are just doing something. They have like a purpose on the shelf, if that makes sense. So this was a dream come true. I honestly, even though like I kind of was expecting it, I like wasn't like prepared for them to just drop it randomly. A lot of times we see figures like teased at different conventions or stuff like that, and we know it's kind of coming. And I don't want to say it's rare now, but it's kind of just unexpected when they drop something like this. Just a very niche clone, and especially like a creature. They just don't do like a ton of creatures. Yeah, it's very interesting. And it's gonna be so cool on the shelf. Like I said, having Hound and Grizzer on the shelf, I think I'm just gonna put them on the shelf by themselves. I think that is just a really cool look. Obviously it'll be with my overall Clone Wars display, but yeah, I just love this reveal. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this reveal. Are you going to get Hound and Grizzer? I've seen a lot of people happy about this. Just, something that Hot Toys has been doing lately is just really giving the fans what they have been asking for, and some of these, cool just world building. I just keep coming back to that world building aspect, and that I love it so much. And adding Grizzer into this is so cool, and I absolutely love that. It's just cool Star Wars creature like vibes, and I just love it. So yeah, and you could obviously get this set and have Hound by himself with the clones, and then put Grizzer with Mando or something like that. There is some versatility to this set, but just having a clone with the dog, it's gonna be so cool. So yeah, let me know down in the comments. I'm absolutely grabbing this set immediately. Once it drops, I will have this in hand. So yeah, stay tuned for that review in probably like a year. But yeah, so cool that we got this. Now, to end this video, I did want to kind of talk about some things coming up on the channel. Obviously, I have been not doing a ton of reviews lately. I have been going through some things in my life that are just kind of taking up a lot of time. Life comes in the way of your hobby sometimes, even though I'm still steady getting figures in. I just haven't had a lot of time to sit down and review a figure. Sometimes Hot Toys reviews can take a little bit of time to, I want to be thorough and show off the figure properly and be in the right mindset to do so. But I have tons of figure reviews. I just got in the Battle Damage Darth Vader. That figure looks absolutely fantastic. That'll probably, hopefully, be my next review. But I still have to review the Airborne Trooper. I have to review the Ahsoka Phase 1 and 2 Rex. I have to review the Ahsoka Flashback Anakin, the Ahsoka Flashback Ahsoka, the Ahsoka the White, Dark Side and Artisan Anakin. Let's see, who else do I have here? Yoda, Dooku, the entire Bad Batch. There's probably one more, but tons of figures coming to the channel, so just stay tuned. I've been saving the Bad Batch kind of for a rainy day or a lull in figure releases. Same with Yoda and Dooku, as those are kind of a little bit older releases at this point, but it'll probably be Battle Damage Darth Vader next, then the Airborne Trooper, then either Ahsoka and then Anakin, or Anakin then Ahsoka, and then I'll do Ahsoka the White. I'll do Phase 1 and 2 Rex somewhere in there, so just stay tuned. Tons of figures, tons of videos like this. I do like doing the more me in front of the camera videos a bit more lately. I just like giving my thoughts. Still love reviewing figures, but yeah, I just like talking about different things. I have some different ideas in mind for videos like this, just me kind of spilling my thoughts into the camera. So yeah, stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, just a little preview video of, a Hot Toys announcement. I do like doing these videos, showing off the figures and just hype. So hype. I love when Hot Toys just reveal something out of the blue. And yeah, let me know down in the comments which figures I just listed that you want to see the most reviewed next, or what you're looking for in your collection. Are you going to be adding Hound and Grizzer to your collection, or some just anticipated figures that are coming out soon? Cannot wait for the Grievous. That should be coming out pretty soon here. The Hot Toys Grievous is gonna be, dude, that figure, I cannot wait. Grievous is one of my favorite characters of all time in Star Wars, so just always wanted a proper 1/6 Grievous, and yeah, cannot wait to add that to the collection. So hopefully he drops soon. Some other figures I'm anticipating: the new Superman figure, the Wolverine should be dropping any day now, from Deadpool and Wolverine, obviously. The Jar Jar, that figure, cannot wait. Tons of just bangers. Savage, dude, Savage is gonna be a banger, bro. Let's see, Malgus, tons of bangers coming, bro. Should have Echo coming in pretty soon here. I might try to find him in the wild. I do have some local Hot Toys distributors close to me, and just kind of, wanting to see if I can get him out in the wild. I haven't been on a Hot Toys hunt in a while here, so I want to do that soon. So yeah, just stay tuned. Love you guys for sticking with me. I'm sorry, the uploads aren't as frequent as they have been in the past, but like I said, life gets in the way at times, and my job does require a lot of randomness. I do work like 10 to 14 hour days, usually 6 days a week, so I have a dog, so like I'm away from home for so long, and then I like to spend time with him when I get home, and really, you know, he's an old boy. He's 15. No signs of you know, age at all. He's just he's a puppy at heart. But yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping. Y'all probably turned off the video by now, but thank you to everyone that is still here. Like I said, just throw a comment down. What figures are you looking forward to? Are you going to add these figures to the collection? I cannot wait. I love Hot Toys clones. They're probably my favorite thing to collect out of everything. So yeah, just cannot wait. As always, guys, may the Force be with you. Ayy.